Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today and I hope everyone's okay. This story comes from Reading and it's a very big story and it comes from a small village called Emmer Green. Before we start, I'd like to pay my respects to the family of Oliver Stevens, the victim in this story. He's 13 years old. So this has to be the youngest person that has been featured on the channel in relation to being murdered on the streets. There's a lot of things we need to discuss in relation to the way that this case is being dealt with on social media. Of course, when something like this happens, people want answers, they want to understand why it's happened, what's going on, and maybe try to solve the case themselves. But what people do forget is that this can jeopardise cases, this can affect the future of people's lives, this can take away freedom, this could jeopardise a case for a family to get justice. Because as we've seen on social media, nothing can be taken as 100% fact without clarification. A lot of information, especially the identities of underage children, is currently being circulated on social media, and this is in fact illegal. So I'd advise any blogs, no matter how much I support what everybody does trying to raise awareness, to be very careful when trying to go for the views and to get the interactions. Do not share underage children's identities and do not speculate on murder cases that could have a massive effect on the actual case. Police have said that a 13-year-old boy has been stabbed to death in Reading on January the 3rd. Emergency services were called to the scene of a serious incident on Bugs Bottom Field in Emmer Green at 3:50. On arrival, a child was suffering from serious knife wounds who passed away at the scene. Officers from Thames Valley Police believed was attacked by 2 or 3 males. They ran off to Hunter's Chase following the incident. No arrests were made at the time, but a murder investigation was launched and the victim's next of kin were informed. Detective Inspector Kevin Brown of Thames Valley Police Major Crime said, "This is a fast-moving investigation and we are in the very early stages of it. We believe the victim was attacked by 2 or 3 males who made off after the incident to evade justice. There is a police presence in the area and around Gravel Hill for a number of days," they said, "and a police cordon is in the area." They appealed to anyone for information in the initial report about it, and they was asking for passers-by or dog walkers who have been in the area, and there was people around at the time. Since the initial news broke, pupils at his local school have paid tributes to him. The teenager was stabbed in fields at the back of Reading Golf Club and died at the scene when police were trying to save his life. A witness said they saw a boy on the ground and a number of people had gathered around him, trying to give him first aid. The victim's face had gone very white. A girl who claimed to be his sister, called Amelia, posted on Instagram and said, "I'm so sorry that I failed you. I wish I could have saved you from all this. We will get justice for you, my angel." Police have said that 5 teenagers between the ages of 13 and 14 years old have been held on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. Today, officers stood by at the police cordon erected at the bottom of the field, blocking a road and sealing off access to the open patch of grass. Neighbours said the schoolboy went to the local Highdown school, and the head teacher said today that the community is in shock and devastated at the news. And I literally have just got off the phone to the father of a young boy in Wolverhampton, a 15-year-old boy that was killed back in 2018. I covered the case and I'll be doing a follow-up to that story very soon, and it really does upset me that 2 years later, during lockdown, we're now seeing these same cases again where teenagers are being arrested for the murders of other teenagers. And as the Prime Minister has just announced that the UK has got into lockdown, definitely have to not forget that it's the children that are out on these streets with nothing to do, nowhere to go, and some of their families haven't got the support systems that they should have. Loads of tributes have been paid to the young boy as well. Oliver will be very much missed, and it's evident, and in cases with little villages, I would imagine this case will get cleared up very quickly. So I'd really appreciate it if people didn't speculate on anything to do with it, just to not jeopardise anybody's case in the future. The police have said this remains a very active investigation, and they are still requesting more information about what had happened. And as I said, I'm sure in such a quiet, close-knit community, people will be talking a lot anyway. People, from the looks of things, have already been talking a lot on social media anyway. So I don't think this is a case that needs any sort of assistance. So I send my condolences to the family of Oliver and also his friends as well, because this must be a devastating and shocking thing to have to go through. And I've got, sadly, more stories coming up of young males that have become the victim of knife crime and violence. So I really want to hear your opinions on this. Please try to be constructive and respectful in the comments. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Peace.